Hey guys, it's Jonathan. I am a family therapist, and there's something that I really want you parents to understand. You know, when parents are having trouble with their child, it's usually because something is happening that is creating a disconnection between the parent and the child. And on the other side of that, when things get better, it's usually because the parent has found a way to reconnect with their child. Now, I know there's a lot of reasons why this disconnection can happen, but let me give you an example that shows you what I'm talking about. So there was this kid, and he wanted to play football with his father. So he came up to his father and said, "Hey, can we go play football?" Now, the dad was happy to play football with his son. So they go out in the front yard, and it starts out okay, but then the father notices that his son isn't throwing the ball right, and he's not catching it right, and he's trying to help him improve his technique. But the more he corrects his son, the more goofy his son gets. The more he's like rolling around on the ground and diving for the ball when he doesn't need to, and really not even playing football anymore. So the dad gets frustrated, and he finally says, "Look, if you're not going to play right, if you're not going to listen to me, then we're done." And then they packed it all up and they went inside. Now that pattern repeated itself over and over and over with a lot of different things. Video games, other situations, to the point that this father and son, they weren't doing anything together. They had no point of connection. And see, what that father didn't realize is that his son was paying very close attention to how he perceived his father was thinking about him. So basically, he didn't want to disappoint his father. And he felt a tremendous amount of disapproval from his father when he was correcting him and when he would get angry. And that pattern just built upon itself. And, you know, there's a good point right there. You know, when kids don't feel connected, they act out, and they do it in many different ways. And your child will act out in however they do it. Some kids get really sad, some get goofy, some get angry, but when they're not feeling connected, they show it because they don't know how to talk about it. They don't know how to say, "Hey, I don't feel very close to you, and I feel like you don't approve of me, and I'd like to do something about this." Kids don't do that. They just show it. They will show you far before they talk to you about how they're feeling. So, you know, you've got to have a way to stay connected with your kids. And what I'm really trying to get across to you is when your child is having trouble, especially if it's something relational, something that's going on in the home between you and them or in the family, work on the connection first. Take some time to sit down with them and let them know that you care about them, that you love them, that they are important to you. And whatever is going on, you want to work it out. And when it comes to that situation with that father and that son, because I see that kind of stuff happen, especially with dads and sons all the time. You know, what I would say to that dad is you need to take time in that moment to just stop everything and look your kid in the eye and say, "Hey, I care about you. I love you. It doesn't matter how well you do or how bad you do. I still care about you. And I'm only trying to help you out. So let's try this again and let's have fun." And you know what? If that kid's still being goofy, let it go. Let it go. It's more important that you spend quality time because there's always going to be other opportunities to correct their throwing or to help them get better at something. But if you lose that quality time, if you lose that connection, you have nothing. Nothing. And it doesn't work. So the quality of your relationship with your children is your best, most powerful parenting tool.